we celebrate 50 years of Goan liberation. We also celebrate 45 years of the Goan Association of UK. And it's the first time ever we are hosting a convention of this nature in London. So I'd like to welcome all of you guests to this event, and also like you to stand at attention before we play the Indian national anthem. So please, ladies and gentlemen, as a sign of respect, I would request one and all to please stand at attention while the national anthem is being played. Thank you. Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravida, Utkala, Banga, Vindhya, Himachal, Yamuna, Ganga, Ujjala, Jala, Chitaranga. Tava Shubha Name Jage, Tava Shubha Ashish Mage, Gare Tava Jaya Gata, Jana Mangala Dayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidata, Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya 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 He. Thank you. Bharat Mat. Let me introduce to you our guest panels for today. The Honorable Commissioner of NRI Affairs, Sri Edward Falero. The Minister of Consular Affairs, Indian High Commissioner, Mr. Amitabh Mathur. The Member of Watford Borough Council, Rabbi Martins. And please also give a big hand also to our President of the Goan Association, who's made this together under the leadership of Flavio Gracious. I would like, on behalf of the Goan Association, I would like to welcome you all to this Global Goans Convention. And now we would like the invocation song, which has been specially written for this special occasion. Thank you.
Independence, Africa meu tot. Going to Canada, going UK powder. Hanga yeun 1966. Ya wasak gon club hanga golele. Moga di tonoya, efotane rawoya. Going to sawi ek water, asamune dakoya. Go on a convention, ube koloya. Donde son sarano, the moje ne saruya.
Jaris Warsa Sopli Jiho ye UK Gurun Arlolo President Savio Vasis Raskalun Lokak Adar Ditalo Festa Kurun Apli Gauchi Kurtade animal that Santalo Tebair Morgova Ani Banale Urbe Borit Pesato Nazaltalo Edward Falera, Wordman Divuya, Enara Pasot, Waurung Sangoya, Bore Ponkotolo, Patien Rawoya, Going Chesogle Rice, Dimuk Magoya.
Pilar Tan, Padri Island, Goan Chaplaincy, Anga Ugodland, Pop Saiban, Nina Pinto, Dene Meritia, Ward Cushion Di Lelen, GCSR, Mansobane Ward, India President in Amta Patoilen, Goan Voice UK, Eddie Fernandez, Sogle Somsarat for Botane Gazoilen, Sogle Antum Kapolum, Kalis Mugota, Poinkaratoik Wood, Aizami Dakoita. My Mogatoyo God, Soglantum Candita, Dewa Chepesão, Soglantum Kamakta, oh, Ami Sogliek, India Amto Soglan Sogão, Ami Sogliek, Soglemunoya, Ami Sogliek. India Amto Soglan Sogam Ami Sogliek.
Our guest, Honorable Commissioner of NRI Affairs, Sri Edward Falero, Minister of Consular Affairs, Mr. Amitabh Mathur, Honorable Member of Parliament, Mrs. Valerie Vaz, Member Watford Borough Council, Ravi Martins, and President of the Indian Hindu Organization Forum, Mr. Arjun Wakaria, to please step towards the lighting of the lamp.
Where's Greg? Greg.
Thank you very much.
I would like to acknowledge our sponsors, Tilda Legendary Rice and Sony Television Asia, and our print media partner, Asian Voice. May I end by conveying my appreciation again to one and all for making the time to attend the convention, and to my board of directors and all other volunteers, my deep and heartfelt thanks. And may I say again, thank you, Mr. Falero and Mrs. Falero, for gracing the convention in the UK.
This has been with the Goan Association for time memorial, and so a lot of members behind the scenes. We would like now to welcome the Minister of Consular Affairs, Mr. Amitabh Mathur, to say a few words, please.
In the Golden Jubilee of the Goan Freedom Movement, and to the Goan Association, which celebrates its Sapphire Jubilee this year. Sir, the non-resident Indians, as you know more than anyone else, are as much ambassadors of India as those of us who work in Indian missions abroad. If perception of India has changed over the world, it is also in great measure because of the success and contribution by the non-resident Indian community all over the world. the manner in which it has existed in these, lived in these countries, the manner in which it has contributed to these countries. And to the non-residents, our whole message always has been that be good nationals in whichever country you are settled, but contribute to it, to enrich it with the culture and heritage that you bring with you. And in that sense, it is so befitting that we should have Mr. Ferrero with us today, who is a great son of Goa and a great son of India. As also Valerie Vaz and Keith Vaz, who in UK have represented the voice of India, have enriched the Parliament with their contribution and made such a distinctive mark in the United Kingdom. So Goa conjures images of sun and sand, of music, of languid afternoons, tranquility, peace, and it is no wonder that a large number of British nationals from here flock to Goa every year as tourists. And so it is important at this point to ponder over many things which I'm sure you will debate tomorrow and day after, on how the changing face of Goa is impacting on the people over here. While there is no doubt that the state will hold continuous attraction to people from here, we have to take note of the fact that there are apprehensions about certain things, namely some sensational incidents involving tourists in the last few years, which have led to some apprehensions over here. Also issues such as those that affect the High Commission and others, for example, ownership of property in Goa by foreign nationals, and things that we get involved in, of issuing baptism certificates and all that. My own association with Goa, I would like to mention, is that my sister-in-law is married to a Goan. I've been a frequent visitor to Goa for the last 20 years, and so I wish this convention all success, and to assure you that the Indian High Commission over here will always be present in any way to assist the Goan community here. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. And now I would like to call upon the Honourable Member of Parliament, Mrs. Valerie Vaz.
Thank you all very much. Can I start by thanking you for inviting me to this convention. It's an amazed year as a Member of Parliament. It's been quite an extraordinary year, given that it's taken me over 20 years to finally get a seat in Parliament. I started off as a councillor, and I always say to people, I was there before Keith. I was the first elected representative, and some of you might remember that I was a councillor on Ealing Council, having risen to deputy leader of that council. I started off in 1986. But for both of us, this has been a roller coaster of life in Britain. When I first came here, we would have to describe to people where Goa was on the map. And now I just have to say, you know, my family came from Goa and everybody seems to know where it is. That's the extent of it. But what's so amazing is the diaspora, the Goans from all over the world. And wherever you go, there is always a community of Goans. And I'm very proud to say that I still belong to it. My grandmother was when we lived in Aden, I was born in Aden, but my grandmother was very keen that we all knew about our roots. And I think that's something that travels through every community. We always go back, don't we? We always go back on a holiday, or we go back to visit our family in one way or the other. And we have always kept in touch, no matter where you are, whatever you are, whether you're a doctor, lawyer, whether you're a chef, and now Goan cuisine seems to be all the rage. We invented it before Rick Steen took it over. And so it's nice to see that we reflect every single aspect of Goan community. The other aspect is, of course, our faith and Catholicism and the way we are and the way we treat each other. is also an important aspect, which is why people have felt that they want to come to Goa, and it is a peaceful place, and we'd like to keep it that way. So that aspect runs through us. So is the aspect of public service that my parents drilled into us as young people, which is why you see, and I'm very sorry that Keith's not here, but I know he's going to grace the occasion. He's had an extraordinary week, and I'm incredibly proud of the things that he's done on as chair of the Home Affairs Select Committee. I have to say that after he grilled the police, questioned the police on certain aspects of their role, he was up at 1 o'clock and then got his report out at 5 o'clock, which meant that when he stood up in Parliament on Wednesday, when we were all recalled, the Prime Minister, the Leader of the Opposition, and the Secretary of State for Culture and Media and Sport all paid tribute to the work that he's done. And that's, I suppose, I hope, what runs through us in every aspect of our life as people from Goa, of Goan origin, and very proud to say India is becoming one of the leading nations. You only have to look at the New Statesman to see the front. You just have to say the word India and what that conjures up to people, both here and abroad. We had a huge role to play previously. We have a fantastic history, and we've got a huge role to play in the future. And I'd like to see all the strands of every aspect of Goan and Indian life come together to take our place where we belong in the world stage, in the next generation, for the next generation, and in the future, in the next decade. And that's where we're heading. I want to stop now because I see Tony Lewis is here. He sent me, when he invited me to this meeting, he said, please be brief in your remarks. And so I will be. But I have to say, I'm incredibly proud to have finally made it to Parliament, and I'm incredibly proud to sit next to my brother in Parliament. Thank you all for inviting me, and have a good conference.
Thank you, Valerie, Mr. Valerie Vaz, Honourable Member of Parliament. She has summarised very well what a true Goan is all about. Going and identifying yourself with your roots. And we are all proud of you to be as a Member of Parliament, and we'll support you all the way. We'd like to call upon the Honourable Commissioner of NRI Affairs, Sri Edward Falero, to please say a few words, please.
Bomanes Macher Boshille, Amche Pudari, Bab, Amche Poili Miller, Amche Kasdar, by Valerie Vaz, Amche Protinidhi, High Commissioner, Amitabh Bab, Mathur, Amche Adhyaksha, Goa, UK Association, Flavio Gracious, Amche Dusre Pudari Anga, Rabi Martins, Ani Amche Kataria Saab, Vakaria Saab, Amche Hindu Indian Samaj Protinidhi Anga Domille, Sogle, Mogar Bando and Buenando Goinkar, Sogle Ami Goinkar Anga, Aji Rashile. Foshalkaji Khobor, Ki Ami O Amche a Global Goans Convention, Ami Anga London Getamon. Poili Ami Getle Goyantuns Apala Chili. Tajupran Gele Ami Portugal San Toronto San Ami Gele Oman and Kuwait Goinkara Sati Ami Convention Ami Samelan Purigat. Ani Atam Pole me all the Mote Sharan, London, Ani Fushalkai Hobor, Dubana Manan, Ki Umedin Pure Samelan Puri Latle, Ani was Sumbund. Zao Mullah Shem Flavi Bayan, Amche Tumche Mode, and Amche Pode office Pode Atanche Mode Urtele, and Fultele. For me, ladies and gentlemen, dear Goans and friends, it's a pleasure and it's a privilege for me to meet you here, ladies and gentlemen, in this beautiful and great city of London at this Global Goans Convention. As I was just mentioning here, we, as the saying goes, you see, if you can't go to the mountain comes to you, or something to that effect. So it's very difficult to get Goans from across the world in Goa at a particular point of time. The best time really when expatriates come to Goa is the Christmas and New Year time. But that is a time which is so busy with the personal contacts, relationships, meetings, functions, celebrations, that to spend 2 days or 2 days or 3 days in this type of convention gets difficult. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't come to us, we go to you. And that is what we keep on doing. When there is a significant number of expatriate Goans, we go there so that we assert the Goan solidarity. We assert that in spite of all the diversity, we are one people. And that's why we are here today. Flavio Bob, you have spoken of the need for and hope that we'll have a meaningful interaction between the Goa Association from the UK and our own Office of the Commissioner for NRI Affairs. I can assure you that, well, I am in the condition that you see me, sir. I just come here and make some speeches. But the real work is done by my colleagues. I recognize them, Mr. Kamat, Admiral De Silva, and others, and you can rest assured that your interaction will be fruitful and a happy interaction with our office. You mentioned here, sir, on how Mr. Amilcar Costa will be speaking tomorrow. He will represent the Goans in Belgium. Maria Virginia will represent the Goans in Portugal. But I would request Mr. Araújo from Malawi. You, sir, are a brilliant speaker. You spoke about Goans in Oman. Time for you to speak tomorrow about the Goans in that part of the world. This is a global Goans convention. Voices from different parts of the globe, they are welcome, and we want to listen to them. We want to listen also to Fatima Brito from Australia. Let all the continents be represented here and let their voices be heard tomorrow. Mathur Sahab, you have mentioned how the High Commissioner, I must tell you, ladies and gentlemen, High Commissioner was Mr. Nalin Suri, was very keen on being here this morning. But then we have under a lot of pressure with the Speaker of our Parliament arriving here today, the speakers of several state legislators coming along with him, including from the legislature of Goa, Mr. Pratap Singh Rane, and we have a series of cabinet ministers here. So it's just not possible for him to be here, but he sends you his good wishes and his felicitations on this occasion. Mathur Sahab, it's a pleasure, sir, having you here. He's the senior most diplomat there after the High Commissioner in the mission, and it's a pleasure and an honor and a privilege having you here, sir. You say you are a constant visitor to Goa. So will you do us the honor of being our guest next time you come there, sir? You and your family will welcome you. I'm so honored to meet Valerie Vaz, such a vibrant speaker. They could hear her, such a vibrant speaker. And she made in her vibrant speech a fundamental point, that Goans may be different parts of the world. They may hold different nationalities. Our own view is the view that was mentioned by Pandit Nehru now more than 50 years ago, that when people of Indian origin or Indians acquire nationality from other countries, their loyalty is to the country which they are nationals. But then they must act, and they hopefully, inshallah, don't mind, where they will act as bridges of understanding and friendship and cooperation between their country of origin, which is India, and the country of adoption, in this case, the United Kingdom. That's a very important work, and you are doing it, sir, Katharia Sahab. You are doing along with Dr. Rami, who has we miss him today. Dr. Rami does something which is of the noblest character. He has founded the India-Pakistan-UK Friendship Association. That is a cause, please convey to him, that's very dear to my heart. We, the people of South Asia, we hold different religions, we speak different languages, but in a manner very fundamental, we are one people. We are one great civilization. Let us look at Europe. Let us look at Europe. people who have fought each other for 1,000 years, now together, they are an example for everybody in the world. Surely, they are an example for South Asia. Now, I would just go ahead on this point raised by our President, Flavio Gracious. And may I very respectfully mention here that whilst this is an occasion for celebration, tomorrow you are welcome to raise your problems that concern you, grievances that you may have, matters on which you would like some sort of clarity, and we are there to try to not just celebrate this occasion, but also try to solve your problem, try to help you in whatever way we can. This is the mandate we have from the government of India. When I myself was a minister in the government, we tried to find out a position of a dual nationality for people who hold foreign nationality but are of Indian origin. Dual nationality, unfortunately, things being what they are in South Asia, is not possible at this point of time. So we ended up and opted by the best possible alternative, which is overseas citizenship, which is practically dual nationality. Persons of Indian origin are entitled to it. You get all the benefits of an Indian citizen residing there, except the right to vote. Madam, this may be of concern, doesn't concern most people really, except those of us who are really candidates of this type of positions. So you get this, please apply, that would be my suggestion, to be an OCI or a PIO. You have no problems with visa in that case. You get properties there, you can hold them, and you have no problems. And therefore, I'm sure the High Commission will be helpful in this regard, and we are also there to help you in whatever way. Madam, you spoke about what your parents taught you, which is so very important. That is roots. Roots are important for every living entity, and surely for human beings. Identity is important. Indeed, in this regard, that we found that second generation, third generation Goans, people born outside Goa, outside India, they have very little knowledge, if they have any knowledge at all, about Goa. And therefore, we have formulated the No Goa program, which is a program for people, young people, from the age of 18 to 26, who have distinguished themselves in some field of activity and who had no opportunity to discover Goa or discover India's glorious past as we believe it, challenging, exciting present as you will agree, and a great future as again is what is in our hearts and our minds for the future. So therefore, we take these young people, say around 10 Goans, young Goans from different parts of the world who have distinguished themselves, future leaders, to Goa, take them to the villages, show them what we are doing, what has been done, what we intend to do, and take them to one more state in India. This year is going to be Delhi. Now, if you have such young people, they may apply. The applications up to the 26th of October at the High Commission, and they will take them free of cost and show them all these things that I mentioned from 28th of November to 10th of December. It's a good time in Goa. It's the time of nature you mentioned, Mr. Mahathir, an interesting, entertaining time. But also it will not be just a frolic, it will be a study tool to understand our country, to understand our state. We have My Village program for those of us who care about Goa, who speak about Goa, that's good, but do things about Goa, maybe even better. Maybe, I say. Maybe not, maybe even better. So therefore, if you want to do something for the village of your origin, which is of public interest, like say a community hall like this, or like a school or a sports stadium, we pay half of it, the government pays half of it, the concerned individual pays the other half. We pay up to 10 lakhs, and you get your name inscribed that in big characters, big letters, for all times to come. We have several such schemes, several things that we are doing. I look forward to your suggestions on what we should do more. Will be, I'm sure, a very meaningful convention. I congratulate you, sir, the President, and your colleagues for organizing this under rather trying circumstances. And great pleasure, privilege, honor for me, my wife, being here today with you, ladies and gentlemen. All the best, all the best. Dev Bore Guru, Namaskar, Dhanyavad.
Thank you, sir, for all your words of support. I think so a lot of people in the audience are quite rest assured of the kind of hospitality they will receive when they land in the soils of Goa. And also for us NRI Goans, that we will always receive the kind of support from the NRI office back home in Goa, as well as from the Indian High Commission out here. It is a very good initiative that Sri Edward Falero has taken on in bringing the different people from all over the world to speak about what's happening about the Goans in their own subcontinents. And such a forum as the Global Goans Convention is an excellent opportunity for all of us to speak together as one voice with Goa. Note, I would like to introduce Mr. Arjun Vakaria, who's part of the Hindu Forum, to say a few words, please.
The President, Flavio Gracias, Honorable Commissioner NRI Eduardo Falerio, well-revered Member of Parliament for Walsall, Councillor Ravi Martins, Amitabh Mathur, Minister Consular Affairs from Indian High Commission, Sunil Dhami, and our dear friend Joginder Sagar is stuck in traffic, so he said that please convey his apologies for being late, but he is going to be here later on. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure and privilege to be here with you all to celebrate Sapphire Jubilee of the Goan Association UK and also Global Goan Convention. I bring you warm regards and best wishes from the Hindu Forum of Britain. Hindu Forum Britain is an umbrella body for Hindus from all over the world, and we have over 400 temples or community organizers, spiritual organization, which is about over 750,000 people. And one thing I noticed is that I've got a lot of Goan friends. I come from Uganda, and we had a lot of Goan friends there as well and here as well. But unfortunately, most of them don't speak the mother tongue. And if they don't speak the mother tongue, they can't understand their culture, or when they go back to Goa, they can't connect easily. You should, I think, do what we Gujaratis, when we were kicked out of Uganda, came here and started mother tongue classes over the weekend. So our children speak the mother tongue language, so when they go back to India, they understand our culture and values and heritage. We've got it for many thousands of years. So that's a request for the Goan Association UK to consider to start some sort of a program on that manner. And I think a lot has been said. So finally, I just want to give a message in Konkani, and you'll bear with me if I do not pronounce it very well. Moga chano ami samyasta hangasar sangat meau ya bhagi sandvar hai Arjun Vikarya ya boria karyat tumka sarvan ki bora his div tumko sarvan. Thank you. Namaste.
Dev Bore Guru, Mr. Vakaria, thank you very much. I don't have
Too many finish.
My wife is. How are you?
I'm all right.
Alona, if you move a bit, she can come out. You should go on the other side, Alona, so then...
What's that?
I'll get mine separately. Hi. I think my wife.
And I'll get you the 2 tickets, no problem.
He can't take care of it.
Yeah? Alright, I think last year we went and we're trying to calculate some.
Hello, Mrs. Travasso. Hello, Paul Travasso. Mr. Vince Fernandez, how are you, sir?
My compliments to the chef.
Marisol, are you having a good time?
Excellent.
Huh?
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, Claude.
Thanks, sir. Okay, thank you.
Flavio, I got
That's for him. You know, you should have gone on the other side. Oh, you sorted the ticket because most of them are with it.
But oh yeah.
No. That's mine. It's a starter.
Okay,
That's fine.
yeah, my chili sauce.
Nothing in your plate?
Now we better. Body hop with the body.
You're not eating?
No, ma'am. Ate for the last 70 years.
Evidence of I'm stuffing myself.
I
bet you get better.
It's not hot. It's not pungent. It's not pungent.
They never have this.
Not too much chili.
No, this is main course. That was starter, yes. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Come on, Stella, smile.
It's lovely, isn't it, Stella?
We haven't tried it yet.
I'm smiling. Looks good, fantastic. It does.
Liberation, Goans and others, assimilation and identity. Now, Dr. Sardesai is Professor Emeritus at the Department of History, UCLA, in the United States. His specialist field is South and Southeast Asia, India. He was chairman of the Department and Director of Education Board, Portugal. He is author and editor of 16 books, one in the 6th edition